Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 3, John Rangel. Batting eighth, the designated hitter tonight, number 9, Brenner Paul. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 12, Cade Reese. Tonight's starting catcher for the Eagles will be number 10, Ryland Stokes. And now let's meet the remainder of the Abilene Eagles. Number 5, Trey Shaw. Number 7, Cash Churchill. Number 8, Sebastian Gonzalez. Number 17, Tristan Payne. Number 8, Hagan Johnson. Number 20, Wyatt McMillan. And number 23, Nick Lashuga. The Eagles are led by Coach Brad Harmon, assisted by Conlon Aguirre and Trenton Pearson. And now, the starting lineup for your Cooper Cougars. Leading off, playing second base, number 3, Jaden Carrillo. Batting second and catching, number 5, Austin Cummins. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 1, Brady Henderson. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 24, Jace Crawford. Batting fifth, tonight's designated hitter, number 17, Alejandro Ibarra. Batting sixth, playing center field, number 15, Braden Warren. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 10, Garrett Castillo. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 4, Dylan Jocelyn. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 7, Ryan Guevara. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Cougars, number 2, Jared Flores. And now the remainder of the Cougars, number 6, Matt Balvinton. Number 8, Mason Smith. Number 11, Elijah Sotelo. Number 12, Jonathan Rico. Number 13, Connor Boyd. Number 14, Maddox Caspell. And number 19, Carson Boone. Cougars are led by Coach Brandon Stover, assisted by Kyle Johnson, Aaron Reynolds, and Kobe Clark. At this time, we'd like to ask you all to please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for our national anthem performed tonight by KP. At this time, we now ask for the current players from both Cooper and Abilene High that played in Southern and Dixie Little Leagues to gather around home plate for a picture. That's a great picture. Thank you to all you that are here tonight to support these two fine programs and good luck to all the Legacy Little League teams for the remainder of their season.
Yeah, go ahead and play music. Go ahead and turn it back on. Randy. Randy. Greg.
First. Second baseman.
Good
evening, everyone. Welcome to AISD Live. I'm Rick Kaysen. Tonight we've got Crosstown Showdown number 2. Abilene High won the first meeting between these two teams, and tonight is a big one because this is for seeding in the playoffs. A Cougar win tonight will force a winner-take-all on Friday for who will have the 1 seed and who will have the 2 seed in the big school division. An Abilene High win tonight will give them that first position. Aaron Flores on the mound for the Cougars.
boy!
First pitch, strike 1 on Xavier De La Cruz, leadoff hitter for the Eagles. Pitch low, ball 1 1 strike. This set the Cougar defense at third base is Garrett Carrillo, shortstop Brady Henderson, second baseman Jaden Carrillo, and first is Jace Crawford. On the mound tonight, Jaron Flores. Behind the plate, Austin Cummins. Next pitch, grounded to second. Jaden Carrillo will field it, throw to first for the out. 4-3 for the first out, and that's going to bring up Gavin Colley, the right fielder for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, right fielder number 34, Gavin Colley.
Set the remainder of the Cougar defense in left field is number 7, Ryan Guevara. Center field is number 15, Braden Warren. And in right field, number 4, Dylan Joslett. So 1 out in the top of the first. Gavin Colley comes up, first pitch. High, ball 1. Oh, it's called strike. It's strike. On deck is George Ferguson, third baseman for the Eagles. Flores gets a signal. Comes home. Grounded to Carrillo at second. He'll backhand it. Throw to first in time for the second out. 2 up and 2 down for the Eagles in the top of first. That's going to bring up George Ferguson for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, third baseman number 2, George Ferguson.
So George Ferguson will step in, hitting from the right side. John Miles Wagstaff in the on-deck circle. Ferguson, the ace of the Eagles pitching staff, playing third tonight. Only a sophomore. First pitch from Flores. Outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. It is a beautiful night. Wind blowing out to left here at Cougar Field. Next pitch, breaking ball, a little bit low, ball 2. It's Legacy Little League tonight here at Cougar Field, and we've had all the players from Legacy Little League, and because what Legacy is a combination of Dixie and Southern Little League, so a lot of these players from both these teams played in those little leagues and now kind of grandfathered into Legacy Little League, so we had a great picture tonight. Next pitch outside, ball 3 to Ferguson. 3-0 the count. John Miles Wagstaff waiting on deck. Flores gets the signal, comes set, and the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Ferguson will draw off. He'll go to first. That'll bring up John Miles Wagstaff.
Now batting for the Eagles, first baseman number 11, John Miles Wagstaff.
So Wagstaff will step in, hitting from the right side. Eagles, all right-handers coming to the plate thus far in the ballgame. Ferguson takes the lead at first. Flores checks him out, comes home. Breaking ball, call strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Wagstaff. Ferguson's short lead. Breaking ball. That is a beautiful pitch for strike 2. Not a lot Wagstaff could do on that one. Flores had Ferguson going back to first base with his move to the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the first. This pitch outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Sun is shining bright here at Cougar Field. Pitch swing and miss, strike 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the first for the Eagles. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live.
Looking for a hands-on career path with high demand and great pay? The welding program at The Lift gives students real-world skills that lead to real opportunities. Whether it's gates or flatbeds, handrails or heavy equipment. If it's metal, you can weld it too. With great instruction, you can master all 4 major welding processes. So get ready to build a career with endless possibilities and join the welding program at The Lift. It isn't just a trade, it's your future.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We've moved to the bottom of the first. Eagles went up and down, 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. Now the Cougars will come to the plate. On the mound tonight for the Eagles, it's number 22, Connell Colley behind the plate. Rylan Stokes on third base, George Ferguson. Shortstop is John Rangel. Second baseman is Xavier De La Cruz. And at first is John Miles Wagstaff. In left field tonight for the Eagles is Kate Reese. Center field will be Camp Churchill. And in right field is Gavin Colley. Designated hitter for the Eagles will be Brenner Paul. Connell Colley getting in his final warm-up pitches. He's going to face Jaden Carrillo, Austin Cummins, and Brady Henderson here in the bottom of the first. And like I said at the outset, a win tonight by the Cougars. They're going to play on Friday regardless, but a win by the Cougars tonight will make a winner-take-all on Friday for the number 1 seed in the Big School Division of District 4-5A.
Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the first, second baseman number 3, Jaden Carrillo.
So Jaden Carrillo will step in to face Connell Colley. Cougars struggled a little bit with the bat in their last 2 games against Wiley. Lost at Wiley last Tuesday and then lost here on Thursday. Carrillo steps in. Colley set and ready. Wind up and the pitch. Fastball outside. Stokes tried to bring it back in but couldn't get it there. 1 ball, no strikes. Colley, a tall right-hander. Wind in the pitch. Fouled back out of play. Count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike on Jaden Carrillo. Austin Cummins is in the on-deck circle. He's, of course, the Cougar catcher. Cougars have 10 seniors on this roster. They'll be going to the playoffs next week for the first time.
Here we go, 3.
1-1 pitch. Breaking ball dropped in. Nice pitch from Collie. Count goes to 1 and 2. Took some off and broke that one off. That was a beautiful pitch. Carrillo steps back in the hole, 1 and 2. Collie with the wind. Fastball outside. Count leaving up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Abilene High's been on a 4-game losing streak. They lost twice to Wiley and then lost last week twice to Wichita Falls Memorial. So they're trying to get their mojo back a little bit. Next pitch. Foul out of play. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, the Eagles lost 2 to Wiley and then lost 2 last week to Wichita Falls Memorial. Memorial jumped all over the Eagles and George Ferguson last Tuesday and beat them 9-1. And then on Thursday, Memorial was able to beat the Eagles in Wichita Falls. Breaking ball. Just a single just out into left. Just kind of got enough on the ball. It carried over John Rangel at shortstop. And that's going to bring up Austin Cummins, the Cougar catcher.
Now batting for the Cougars, catcher number 5, Austin Cummins.
Let's go, 5.
So Austin Cummins will step in, hit from the left side. Rio had the single, carried it just over the outstretched glove of Rangel. So he'll take his lead at first. He's got a pretty good lead. Collie comes set, comes to the plate. First pitch to Cummins, called strike 1.
Let's go, 5.
No balls and 1 strike, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first. No score. Next pitch inside, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Randy Cluck, Craig Knuckles, and all the AISD team here to video this one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Austin Cummins. Carrillo's got his lead. Collie checks him. Quickly over to first. Carrillo back in plenty of time.
Heavy on time, let's go.
Cummins stays in the box. 1-1 pitch from Collie, low, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Rio thought about going on that pitch, but held up. Pitch inside, ball 3, 3-1 the count to Austin Cummins. Brady Henderson in the on-deck circle.
Gotta be prepped, bud. Honey. Yes, dear. Yes.
Rio with small lead first. Collie comes home. High pop up in the infield. Xavier De La Cruz settles under it and makes the catch for the first out. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Brady Henderson.
Now batting for the Cougars, shortstop number 1, Brady Henderson.
Very good, shake it off.
So Brady Henderson will step in from the right side. Wiley leads Wichita Falls Legacy 1-0 early in their ball game. Brady Henderson comes in tonight, hitting .338 on this season. Carrillo's on the move. He slides in safely at second. Ball called on the pitch, 1-0 the count. Carrillo in in scoring position now at second. A base hit from Henderson would score a run. Abilene High offense playing fairly deep. With the wind blowing out like this, anything that gets up in the jet stream is going to carry. Rylan Stokes went out to have a conference with Connell Colley. Now he's back behind the plate. We're ready for action. 1 ball, no strikes to Brady Henderson. Colley taking his time, going through this. Henderson calls timeout and steps out. Eagles in their white pants, black jerseys with gold numbers. Cougars in their white pinstripe uniforms. Blue socks, Abilene High in black socks. Eagles black hats. Cougars in a hat, blue body of the hat with a red bill. Next pitch. Fly ball into left. It's going to be fairly shallow, and the catch is made for the second out. The 2 outs there. That'll bring up Jace Crawford, the Cougar first baseman.
Now batting for the Cougars, first baseman number 24, Jace
Crawford. So Jace Crawford will step in with 2 outs. Jaden Carrillo at second. Carrillo will be running on any contact. If he can get one, if Crawford can get one down, Carrillo should score easily from second. Ali in the stretch. Gets his sign, checks Carrillo. Pitch home, in the dirt, ball 1. Ali very deliberate. Takes his time to make sure everything's the way he wants it before he delivers the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Cam Churchill shaded towards left field. In center, next pitch low. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. To Jace Crawford. If Crawford could go to right center, he'd be able to run quite a while. Next pitch, Colley low, ball 3. 3-0 to Crawford. Not a bad deal if he walks Crawford. That'll bring up Alejandro Ibarra, but there'll be 2 outs, and that'll set up the force. So Colley wants to be careful what he gives Crawford here. 3-0 count. Jaden Carrillo on second. Top of the first inning. Grounded sharply down the third baseline for strike 1. So the green light was on for Crawford. He almost hit his coach and Brandon Stover down in the third base coach's box. Crawford steps in. 3-1 count. Well, the long fly ball, but it's foul. Carried out of here, but it's just a long strike. So now it's full count to Jace Crawford. He could have held up just a fraction of a second more. That one would have carried out of here. Full count now, Jace Crawford, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch, outside, ball 4. Cougars have 2 men on now. Crawford will go down to first, and I'll bring up Alejandro Ibarra.
Now batting for the Cougars, designated hitter number 17, Alejandro Ibarra.
So Alejandro Ibarra will step in for the Cougars. 2 runners on. Talked often this year about the Cougars' plate discipline. They've done a tremendous job. That's an area they've really grown as a team, trying to work the count to get their pitch. So Ibarra steps in with a chance now to give the Cougars the early lead in this ball game. First pitch to Ibarra. Breaking ball, called strike 1 in the outside corner. Collie gets the sign that he wants. Comes set, looks at Carrillo at second. And the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2 to Ibarra. No balls and 2 strikes. He's got to shorten up and make sure to put this ball in play. 0-2. No runs scored yet for either team. Cougars with 2 runners on. Two pitch. Foul out of play. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. A lot of these players on both these teams are friends with each other. They've grown up playing baseball together, football, basketball. It's a crosstown rivalry, but it's a fun rivalry for these kids. 0-2 pitch. High. Ball 3. Carrillo steals third, and he's in there. So now Carrillo's at third base, only 90 feet away. Crawford at first. Ronnie Stokes stands up. Tells Collie to back off. He's calling the defense now with a runner on third. Setting where they're going to go and what the play is. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alejandro Ibarra. Crawford's on his way, breaking ball. Fly ball to right. It's shallow, and the catch is made. So no runs here in the bottom of the first. Cougars have no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 men on base. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live.
Life's hectic, and we get it. But let's talk about something you can't afford to skip.
We're ready for you.
Your smile. At Orland Sobin & Partners, we get that your time is precious. That's why we offer same-day appointments, so you don't have to put your smile on the back burner. Our team of expert dentists combines cutting-edge technology with a passion for perfection.
Thank you for calling. This is 417. How can I help you?
Book your appointment. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the top of the second. No score in this ball game. Both teams had runners on base in the first inning. So leading off for the Eagles in the top of the second, it's going to be the pitcher, number 22, Connell Colley. He'll be followed by Camp Churchill and John Rangel. Jaron Flores getting his warm-up tosses in. Cougars had 2 men on, but Colley did a good job getting Ibarra to fly out to right. Ball kind of hung up, and catch was made out there in right field by Gavin Colley. Leading off for the Eagles at the top of the second, pitcher number 22, Connell Colley. So Connell Colley will step in for the Eagles. Jaron Flores begins his second inning of work. Austin Cummins behind the plate. Gets the signal, comes home. Fastball, strike 1 to Connell Colley. Both of these programs really are fortunate to be led by the men they're led by. Brad Harmon at Abilene High and Brandon Stover at Cooper. Next pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. These men really know what they're doing as far as coaching, but more importantly than that, they know what they're doing and they care about these kids they're working with and want what's best for them. Pitch grounded to second. Carrillo will field it. Throw over to first for the out. With 1 out, that's going to bring up center fielder number 33, Camp Churchill. So Camp Churchill will step in. First left-handed hitter the Eagles have had in their lineup. On deck is shortstop John Rangel, and he'll be followed by Brenner Paul. Churchill, a left fielder last year, moved over to center this year. First pitch from Flores, breaking ball outside, ball 1. That's a nasty break on it. Down here in the press box, we had a good look at that one. Pitch fastball just outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Camp Churchill. Flores comes set. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. That one would have been a ball. Churchill chased a little bit there. Outside, but a swing and miss for the strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Flores came right after him that time with a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the second. Churchill checks up on chokes up a little bit on the bat to try and make contact. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second out. And that'll bring up John Rangel, the shortstop for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, shortstop number 3, John Rangel.
So Rangel will step in from the right side. 2 up and 2 down for the Eagles. Flores comes set. Fly ball to right. Dylan Joslick comes in, makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Eagles 1, 2, 3 in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Our score after 1.5. Cooper nothing, Abilene High nothing. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to build a solid future in AISD? The construction program at the Lift is a perfect place to start. You'll develop practical skills working with top-of-the-line equipment and learn the techniques employers are looking for. Plus, with expert instructors guiding you, you'll be ready to jump into the workforce or continue your education in construction. We are building foundations today for the students that shape tomorrow. Join the construction program at the Lift in AISD.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the bottom of the second. We are still scoreless here. Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the second will be Braden Warren. He'll be followed by Garrett Castillo and Dylan Jocelyn. We're seeing a great pitcher's duel tonight thus far. Jaron Flores has had 7 up and 6 down. Eagles got a walk in the first to George Ferguson. Other than that, they haven't done a lot of damage to Flores, and the Cougars were able to get 1 hit off of Kyle Colley in the bottom of the first. It was a soft hit into left field, and then they got 2 men on but couldn't plate the run. So Braden Warren will step in now for the Cougars.
Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the second, center fielder number 15, Braden Warren.
So Braden Warren will step in for the Cougars. He works from the windup. First pitch, low, ball 1. We see Jaron Flores work strictly from the stretch for the Cougars and Connor Colley from the windup for the Eagles. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a nice pitch from Colley. Warren chased that one a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. And bounces in. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Warren has really been a nice surprise for the Cougars this year, taking over in center field. He's played great defense, and he's really made a lot of progress in batting stance. Count, that one's way outside. Count goes to 3-1. Cougars needed somebody to step up in the outfield and take over in center field and kind of be the quarterback of the outfield, and Braden Warren certainly has done that. Three-one pitch from Colley. Swing, fouled straight back. Count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go, Brandon.
Warren got just a piece of that one. Now it's a payoff pitch from Collie. The wind in the pitch. Foul straight back. Count will hold. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gotta love the improvements here at Cougar Field with the new backstop netting. It's removed our obstruction. 3-2 pitch from Connell Collie on the way. Ball 4, and Braden Warren will go to first. That'll bring up Garrett Castillo.
Now batting for the Cougars, third baseman, number 10, Garrett Castillo.
So Garrett Castillo will step in for the Cougars. Right-handed hitting third baseman. He had some hand problems the last few weeks and working his way back into baseball shape. Plays a great third base. He's really been a consistent batter for the Cougars. Warren's got his lead at first. Castillo squares around to bunt. Ferguson comes in. First pitch outside, ball 1. Castillo showing it awfully early. George Ferguson was right on top of him. He's going to bunt. He's going to have to go down the first baseline. Warren's got his lead. Castillo still turns to bunt again. He bunts down the first baseline. Great bunt. Sacrifice bunt will get Warren to second. So with 1 out, that's going to bring up Dylan Jocelyn, Cougar right fielder.
Now batting for the Cougars, right fielder,
Dylan Jocelyn will step in with 1 out. Cougars have a runner in scoring position for the second consecutive inning. That was a great bunt by Castillo. On deck is Ryan Guevara. Pitch foul straight back for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to the Cougar senior right fielder. Braden Warren's got his lead at second. Ringel pestered him a little bit to get back. Pitch fouled out of play on the right side. Count will go to 0-2 on Dylan Jocelyn. We've got Jocelyn, Guevara, and then back to Carrillo at the top of the lineup. No balls and 2 strikes. Collie checks back at second and now comes home. Ground ball to short. Rangel will field it. He'll have to throw to first. 6-3 for the out. That'll be 2 outs. Warren's at third now, and that'll bring up Ryan Guevara.
now batting for the Cougars, left fielder, number 7, Ryan Guevara.
So Ryan Guevara will step in for the Cougars, trying to bring that first run home. Cougars have a runner at third for the second time tonight. Connell Colley's done a good job working out of trouble. First pitch to Guevara. Call strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. We need a base hit right here. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 1 ball, 1 strike. To Guevara. Guevara also played on the Cooper football team. Connell Colley, a big factor on the Eagles basketball team. Next pitch, fouled straight back. Count will go to 1-2 on Guevara. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Colley 1 swing away from getting out of this one. Of course, the Cougars 1 swing away from having the lead in this one. Colley's covering the stretch. Pitch comes home, breaking ball. Hits Guevara. That sent him to first. So Guevara will go to first, and that'll bring up Jaden Carrillo.
Now ready for the Cougars, second baseman number 3, Carrillo.
So Jaden Carrillo, the Cougars' second baseman, who has the lone hit in this ball game tonight, will come up for the second time. The Cougars to get Guevara on the move shortly. So runners on first and third with 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second, no score. Colley checks Guevara. Comes set. Comes home to Carrillo. Fastball. He's strike 1. That's a nice pitch. No balls and 1 strike to Carrillo. Colley checks both runners. Guevara on the move. He's high. The throw went to second. John Rangel cut in front of the play at second and threw home to Rylan Stokes. Braden Warren slides in. He's called safe. Brad Harmon doesn't like it. He talked to him for a minute, but he comes back. So the Cougars lead this one 1-0 as Braden Warren steals home. Ryan Guevara goes to second. Brad Harmon's back again to visit with the umpires. Rangel talking again to the umpire. I think Brandon Stover would have an argument that they were blocking the plate. And that would have made the runners safe anyway. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Jaden Carrillo. The Cougars have the first run of the ball game here in the bottom of the second. They lead 1-0. Xavier De La Cruz went to cover second. John Rangel, as the play was called, cut in front of second and tried to throw out Braden Warren coming home. And Warren got in just in time. Colley steps out now. Cougars lead 1-0. Jaden Carrillo a chance to make it 2-0. Colley comes home. This ball in the dirt. It goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Carrillo takes a deep breath, steps back in. Carrillo took the leadoff spot this year and has really done a great job. Colley turns and fakes the throw back to second. Guevara back in plenty of time. Nobody really there to throw to, so Rangel got back about the time that Guevara did. Colley checks. Runner comes home. Fastball in the dirt. Ball 3. 3-1 the count to Jaden Carrillo. Austin Cummins in the on-deck circle. Colley checks. Guevara at second. Pitch home. Fastball inside and tight. Ball 4, and Carrillo will go to first. Now Cougars have runners at first and second with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Austin Cummins.
Now ready for the Cougars, pitcher number 5, Austin Cummins.
So Austin Cummins will step in now for the Cougars. Runners on first and second. Cougars lead 1-0. Colley checks the runner at second, comes home. Cummins takes strike 1. Cummins popped out to De La Cruz at second in the first inning. Kelly checks at second, comes home. Fly ball to center. Camp Churchill settles on it and makes the catch for the third out. But the Cougars get a run in the bottom of the second. They lead this one 1-0. They get one run on no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Our score after 2 complete, Cooper 1, Abilene High 0. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
Hey, future creators. Are you ready to dive into the exciting world of video production? AISD's digital communications program is where your journey starts.
Take 3, Mark.
You can design the next iconic promo, broadcast all the big games, and produce your own short films, all at the Lift, where you'll get hands-on experience with the latest gear like cameras, sound mixers, lights, and more. Let your creativity shine. Start your journey in digital media with AISD.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We've played 2 complete, and the Cougars have the early lead, 1-0. We'll move to the top of the third. Jaron Flores begins his 3rd inning of work. We'll see, in this inning, we'll see Brenner Paul, the designated hitter, followed by Cade Reese, and then we'll go back to the top of the order to Xavier De La Cruz for the Eagles. Cougars have put runners on base tonight. They did finally plate one when Ryan Guevara went to steal second. Rylan Stokes threw down to second, but it's a play that was called. They were trying to cut off the run at the plate. Xavier De La Cruz went to second. Rangel steps in front of the throw, turns and throws to the plate. Close play at the plate. Braden Warren gets in safely. He calls safe. May have been called also. Stokes may have been blocking the plate. Can't do that in watching for injury, trying to prevent injuries nowadays. That could have been part of the call. But Braden Warren slides in safely, and the Cougars lead 1-0 over the Eagles. We go to the top of the third, and we'll bring up Brenner Paul, the designated hitter.
Now batting for the Eagles to lead off the third, designated hitter number 9, Brenner Paul.
So Brenner Paul will step in from the right side. The Cougars and Eagles will meet again on Friday night at 6:30 at Blackburn Field on the campus of Abilene High. I'll have the call of that on audio stream. First pitch to Paul. Call strike 1. Jaron Flores has grown so much as a left-handed pitcher this year. Pitch breaking ball stays high. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Flores working fairly quickly. Comes set. Next pitch high. Fastball. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck, Cade Reese, the left fielder for the Eagles. Pitch grounded foul down the third base line. Count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Brad Harmon makes the play at third. Cougars playing straight away in the outfield. 2-2 pitch. Low and inside. Ball 3. We got a full count on Brenner Paul. Whereas George Ferguson in the first, the lone base runner for the Eagles. 3-2 pitch to Paul. Grounded third. Garrett Castillo fields, throws to first in time for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 down for the Eagles. That'll bring up Cade Reese, the left fielder.
Now batting for the Eagles, left fielder number 12, Cade Reese.
So Cade Reese will step in for the Eagles. Xavier De La Cruz in the on-deck circle. 1 out in the top of the third. Reese, left-handed hitter. First pitch, breaking ball, call, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Cade Reese. So both these teams will be moving into the playoffs next week. They'll be facing District 3 5A. Pitch, Reese fouls out of play. Count will go to 0-2. You ask who is 3 5A? That is the Lubbock Amarillo area schools. Got Lubbock Cooper, Lubbock Monterey, Lubbock Coronado, Lubbock High, Plainview, Amarillo Tascosa, Amarillo High, Amarillo Caprock. Next pitch, breaking ball outside. Ball one ball and 2 strikes. So really some familiar foes for both these teams. The #1 seed in the big school division from that district is Amarillo High. And currently, I believe the #2 seed in the big school division would be Lubbock Coronado. Next pitch, call, strike 3, looking. So 2 up and 2 down for the Eagles in the top of the 3rd. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Xavier De La Cruz.
Now batting for the Eagles, second baseman #4, Xavier De La Cruz.
De La Cruz grounded Jaden Carrillo at second, his first time up. Steps in from the right side. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Flores comes set. And the pitch. Breaks the ball. Ball 1, low. Gavin Colley on deck. Next pitch. The Cruz fouls back against the screen over the Eagles' dugout. Makes our count 1-1. Xavier De La Cruz, a scrappy hitter for the Eagles. Flores comes set. Pitch home, grounded back to Flores up the middle, though. That'll be through for a base hit. Flores had his glove up, couldn't come up with it. Xavier De La Cruz is on first now with the first hit of the game for the Eagles. And that'll bring up number 34, Gavin Colley, the right fielder for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, right fielder number 34, Gavin Colley.
So Gavin Colley will come up with 2 outs and a runner on first. Flores comes set. Pitch home to Colley. Outside, ball 1.
All right, go get him too.
Colley grounded to second to Carrillo, his first time up. De La Cruz quick over at first. Flores checks him, comes home. Pitch inside low, ball 2, 2-0 the count. George Ferguson is in the on-deck circle. For the Cougars, you want to force Colley to put the ball in play. And then you could face Ferguson next inning with nobody on. Snap throw to first, not in time. Crawford will throw it back to Flores. De La Cruz is a pesky runner at first base. Pitch home. Outside, 3-0 the count to Gavin Colley.
You're good.
Please take a deep breath. Come sit. Set. 3-0 pitch. High and outside. Ball 4. Eagles going to have 2 runners on. And George Ferguson coming to the plate.
Now batting for the Eagles, third baseman number 2, George Ferguson.
George Ferguson will step in for the Eagles with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Austin Cummins is going to go out and have a few words with Jaron Flores. This is a dangerous point here in the 3rd. Eagles get their first hit and get base runners at first and second. Ferguson, big right-handed hitter, will step in. He walked on 4 pitches his first time up. Flores checks De La Cruz at second. Comes home. First pitch high, ball 1. 5 balls in a row from Flores. Flores comes set. Pitch home. Call strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch. strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes to George Ferguson. Waiting on deck is John Miles Wagstaff. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flores needs to dig deep here and come up with another strike. Grounded over to the Cougar dugout. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes to George Ferguson. I would imagine on Friday we'll see Ferguson on the mound for the Eagles, unless they win this one tonight. Flores checks runner at second, comes home, throws it behind Ferguson. I don't know how he didn't hit him, but he threw it behind him. Count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and a great job by Austin Cummins to not let that ball get back to the backstop, because Xavier De La Cruz could have moved up easily had it happened. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Flores comes set, and the pitch home. Foul straight back. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball rolls out to Jace Crawford. And throw that one in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flores looking to get out of this inning. Ferguson trying to tie it up for the Eagles. Flores comes set. And the pitch. Fly ball to right. That could be trouble. It's just foul. Just foul. That one gets down and into the corner. Both runners would have scored, and Ferguson would have wound up probably at third. Instead, we'll reset with 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs and 2 men on. And the Cougars leading 1-0. Ferguson did a good job handling that pitch. Drifted just foul down the right field line. Flores takes his time, shakes off the sun. Ferguson calls timeout. He will step out, reset. Flores will reset. And we're going to get back to action. Pitch home, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the inning. So the Eagles, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Our score after 2.5. Cooper 1, Abilene High 0. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
Hey Abilene students, do you want to spark up your future? The Lift Electrical Department connects classroom learning with real-life electrical work. Learn to wire, troubleshoot, and to power up the world. From basic circuits to advanced electrical systems, you are prepared for high-demand careers, certifications, and real-world experience all here at the Lift. Not sure about college? The Lift Electrical program equips you with the necessary skills to jump straight into a career after high school. Light up your future today and join the Lift Electrical Technologies program.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the bottom of the third. Jaron Flores did a great job getting out of trouble in the top of the third. The Eagles got runners on first and second. And you talk about baseball being a game of inches. George Ferguson hits the line drive down the right field line. It's about 3 or 4 inches foul. And if that hits fair, Abilene High leads this one 2-1. And would have a runner at least on second, possibly on third. Instead, it's a foul ball, and Flores comes back and strikes out Ferguson for the 3rd out of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd now, and leading off for the Cougars will be shortstop number 1, Brady Henderson. Leading off for the Cougars at the bottom of the 3rd, shortstop number 1, Brady Henderson. Brady Henderson. This was Robert Stokes at the plate. Colley begins his 3rd inning of work. He's given up 1 run on 1 hit and no errors. Cougars have left 4 runners on base through 2 innings. Colley's first pitch. Henderson fly ball down the right field line, drifts way out of play though. For strike 1, no balls and 1 strike. We're going to have Henderson, Jace Crawford, and Alejandro Ibarra for the Cougars here in the bottom of the 3rd. Colley gets a sign, and the wind and the pitch. Breaking ball bounces in. Count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike to Henderson. Henderson flew out to left his first time up. We will probably see Brady Henderson on the mound Thursday. Foul ball, count goes straight back. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brady Henderson on Friday night, probably over at Blackburn Field. If Abilene High were to win this game, it'd be interesting to see what the strategy is of both coaches going into that game. Collie with the wind and the pitch. Fly ball into left center. Churchill dives and makes a spectacular catch. Camp Churchill chases that one down in left center. That's a beautiful play by Camp Churchill. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Jace Crawford for the Cougars.
Now batting for the Cougars, first baseman number 24, Jace
Crawford. So Jace Crawford will step in for the Cougars. All you can do if you're Brady Henderson is tip your cap to Camp Churchill. He ran that one down in the gap. He shaded to left center. If he's playing straight away, he doesn't catch that one. So Crawford steps in now. He walked his first time up. First pitch to Crawford, breaking ball. Nice pitch for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Alejandro Ibarra in the on-deck circle. Line to pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Crawford. Wiley leads Legacy by a score of 5-0. Ground ball to third. Long throw from Ferguson. That's going to be a base hit. Ferguson sailed that one. We're going to give Crawford a hit on that one. He'll be at first. Cougars have their second hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Alejandro Ibarra.
Now batting for the Cougars.
Okay, now that's called a foul ball. So we'll reset. Crawford will come back to the plate. Our count is now 1-2 to Crawford. I thought Ferguson fielded it in fair territory. It's breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I've got to pull him away so I couldn't see it all, but probably a lot closer than I am. Ground ball to short, and it'll go into left center field for a base hit. Leave all that. Crawford will go to first, and that'll bring up Alejandro Ibarra.
Now batting for the Cougars, designated hitter number 17, Alejandro Ibarra.
Alejandro Ibarra will step in for the Cougars with a runner on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Ibarra flew out to right his first time up. Crawford with a small lead at first. Collie checks the runner. Comes home, swing and a miss, strike 1 to Ibarra. He was behind that one. No balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Braden Warren, who holds the distinction of being the man to score the only run tonight thus far. Collie comes set. Pitch home. Ground ball to short. Rangel will field it to De La Cruz. The throw to first, not in time. So we'll have 6-4. Second out. Ibarra at first, and that's going to bring up Braden Warren with Ibarra on first.
Now batting for the Cougars, center fielder number 15, Braden Warren.
So Braden Warren will step in, hitting from the left side with Alejandro Ibarra at first. That would have been an easy 6-4-3 double play, but Rangel's throw was a little bit off. The other Cruz did a good job to tag second and then throw to first. Throw just a little bit late. Throw to first, trying to pick off Ibarra. He's back in time. Quick move from Collie that time. Warren steps in. Oh, first pitch hits Warren, and he'll go down to first. Stokes had set up outside. The pitch came way inside and hit Warren. So that'll bring up Garrett Castillo for the Cougars.
Now batting for the Cougars, third baseman number 10, Garrett Castillo.
So Maddox Caspell will come in to run for the Cougars. Alejandro Ibarra will go to the side, to the bench. Brad Harmon comes now talking to the home plate umpire. See if he's going to make a move. He's just checking on things, I guess. Okay, so Max Caspell at second, Braden Warren at first, and Garrett Castillo stepping in with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Castillo had a sacrifice bunt in the second. A hit here would score Caspell. Cougars will be on the move with contact. Holly checks second. Comes home. Castillo ball way outside. A great job by Rylan Stokes to stop that one. It was headed to the backstop. He dove out into the left-handed batter's box and made the stop about like Austin Cummins a while ago when the pitch went behind George Ferguson. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Garrett Castillo. He's been a very consistent bat for the Cougars throughout his Cougar career. Holly checks runner at second, comes home, and he hits Castillo. Back-to-back hit batters. And that'll load the bases now for the Cougars with 2 outs. Here Castillo moves to first. Brad Harmon coming in now to talk to Connell Colley. Batter for the Cougars is going to be Dylan Joslett. Cougars with the bases loaded. Let's see if Harmon makes a move or just trying to give Connell Colley a chance to settle down a little bit. I don't think he's making a pitching change. If he's doing that, he would have already done it. So the Cougars have the bases loaded here in the bottom of the third, 2 outs. Brad Harmon retreats back to the dugout. Everybody gives Colley a pat on the back, and he's ready to pitch now.
Now batting for the Cougars, right fielder number 4, Dylan Joslett.
So Dylan Joslett will step in for the Cougars. A chance to play 1, maybe 2 runs. Ryan Guevara in the on-deck circle. Joslett grounded out short his first time up. Colley with the wind and the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. Colley goes back to the windup now when its bases are loaded. One ball, no strike. Pitch to Joslett, fouled straight back. Count will go to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Ryan Guevara, Cougar left fielder. Colley takes his time now. 1-1 pitch. Fastball low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Colley has nowhere to place Joslett, so he's got to throw strikes. 2-1 pitch on the way. Foul straight back. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Colley took something off of that one. Joslett tapped it off the end of the bat into the netting behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Colley being very deliberate here. The wind-up, 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. The runners will be on the move with the pitch. So now a base hit would definitely score 2 runs. 3-2 pitch to Joslett coming. In the dirt, ball four. That'll be a walk and another run for the Cougars. They now lead 2-0. Alejandro or Maddox Caspel will come home. So now you've got Braden Warren at third, Garrett Castillo at second, and Dylan Jocelyn at first, and Ryan Guevara will step in for the Cougars. Played umpire gone out now to talk to Connell Colley. Looks like maybe changing balls. I don't know why he needed to go out there. But the Cougars now lead 2-0 in the bottom of the third.
Now batting for the Cougars, left fielder number 7, Ryan Guevara.
Got a change for the Eagles out in right field. Going in will be number 23, Nick Lashuga. So coming out will be Gavin Colley. I wonder if he may be headed to the bullpen now to get loose. You can leave and re-enter once. Let's see, you've got number 18 out there. That's Hagan Johnson headed down the foul line, along with Gavin Colley. So if Guevara can do something here, we may have a Colley to Colley. Guevara steps in. He was hit by a pitch his first time up in the second inning. Runners on first and second. Bases are loaded for the Cougars. First pitcher. Guevara pops straight back out of play for strike one. So no balls and one strike to Guevara. Connell Colley trying to work out of trouble. Cougars lead this one 2-0 now in the bottom of the third. A lot of this the first two guys in the inning got out. Next, a wild pitch. Braden Warren will slide in home safely. The Cougars lead 3-0. And that moves up to second. Sorry. That was a ball. One ball, one strike to Guevara. Xavier De La Cruz now talking to Connell Colley. So, only one and one to Guevara. Sorry, with two outs. Ryland Stokes calls for the signals to be run through again. Colley with the wind and the pitch. Low. Ball 2-1 the count to Guevara. Guevara gets on. That'll bring up Jaden Carrillo, the Cougar second baseman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lights coming on here at Cougar Field. Fly ball to the left. Carries, and that's going to be a great catch out there in left field by Cade Reese, and that'll be the inning for the Cougars. Cougars get 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 3 men on base. Our score after 3 complete. Cooper 3, Abilene High 0. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
You're listening to AISD Live, Abilene ISD's exclusive home for streaming live games and events. For more live events featuring your favorite AISD students and teams, stay tuned to AISDlive.org, follow us on the AISD Live Facebook page, or subscribe to our Abilene ISD YouTube channel. Visit the AISD Live website for sponsorship opportunity information. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the top of the 4th. Cougars now lead this one 3-0. For Abilene High in the top of the 4th will be number 11, first baseman John Miles Wagstaff. He'll be followed by Connell Colley, the pitcher, and Camp Churchill, the center fielder for the Eagles. Jaron Flores begins his 4th inning work. He has been very sharp tonight. Got into a little bit of trouble in the last inning, gave up a hit with 2 outs, and then the walk, but got the strikeout of George Ferguson to end the third. Starting to get darker here at Cougar Field. The lights are on. They'll take over in just a few minutes. But leading off for the Eagles now will be John Miles Wagstaff.
Leading off for the Eagles at the top of the fourth, first baseman number 11, John Miles Wagstaff.
So John Miles Wagstaff will step in for the Eagles. He struck out his first time up. Flores comes to plate. Call strike one. Fastball in the inside corner. No balls and one strike to Wagstaff. Next pitch. Call strike two on fastball. No balls and two strikes. Wagstaff hasn't attempted at one, but he chokes up on the bat now with two strikes. I've noticed all the Abilene High batters do when they get two strikes on, they're choking. I don't know why I keep saying checking up. They choke up on the bat, trying to get some contact to put the ball in play and force you to make a defensive play. So no balls and two strikes to Wagstaff. Breaking ball inside, ball one. That one broke I'd say about 6 inches, was coming right at the middle of the plate and then broke inside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to John Miles Wagstaff. Flores comes set and the pitch. Grounded to Carrillo at second, takes the nice hop, throws to first in time. 4-3 for the first out, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Connell Colley.
Now batting for the Eagles, pitcher number 22, Connell Colley.
So Connell Colley will step in for the Eagles. He grounded to second to lead off the second for the Eagles. Colley steps in from the right side. Flores comes set and the pitch. Fastball right down the pipe for strike one. Kemp Churchill in the on-deck circle. Next pitch to Colley. Swing and a miss for strike two. No balls and 2 strikes to Connell Colley. Cougars lead this one 3-0. We're in the top of the fourth. Pitch inside, ball one. They're going to say it hit him. Colley will go to first, and that'll bring up Kemp Churchill for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, center fielder number 33, Kemp Churchill. Courtesy runner at first for the Eagles, number 5, Trey Shaw.
Trey Shaw will come in to run for Connell Colley. So 1 out, runner on first. Kemp Churchill steps to the plate. And John Rangel is in the on-deck circle. For his first pitch, outside fastball, ball one to Churchill. Churchill struck out his last time, his only time up tonight. Flores comes set. Trey Shaw now comes home. Fastball, strike one to Kemp Churchill's 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the 4th inning. Cougars lead 3-0. Flores checks Shaw. He'll throw to first. Just a cursory toss over there. Let Shaw know he hadn't forgot about him. Flores comes home now. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Churchill. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flores checks Shaw at first. He doesn't have a big lead. Next pitch home, swing and miss, strike 3, going to chase. So 2 outs in the in the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring up John Rangel, the shortstop.
Number 3, John Rangel.
So John Rangel will step in. First time for me to see the Eagles play this year. Austin Cummins pointed to Dylan Jocelyn in right to be ready. Toss to first. Great job of Jace Crawford to salvage that one. Flores bounced it in. Trey Shaw back safely. Rangel flew out to right his first time up. Flores comes set, and the first pitch, fastball outside, ball 1. Brenner Paul is in the on-deck circle. Flores checks. Shaw comes home. Inside pitch. Ball 2, 2-0 the count to Rangel.
Right here, let's go.
Rangel's played a good shortstop for the Eagles tonight. Next pitch, fastball, strike 1, I'm sorry. 2 balls and 1 strike. Flores comes home, outside, ball 3, 3-1 to Rangel. We've got 2 outs, we're in the top of the 4th.
Hey, you got this too?
3-1 count to Rangel. Trey Shaw at first, running for Connell Colley. That would tell you Colley is going to remain in the ballgame as the pitcher. Flores checks Shaw. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Now we got full count on John Rangel, so Shaw can be on the move at first with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Chase Crawford backs off, not holding him on. Pitch fouled back into the screen. Count will hold full 3 balls and 2 strikes to Rangel.
Hey, win it here.
Give me a play. Let's go. Give me a play right here.
Rangel checks count with the umpire. Steps in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He is right on top of the plate. Flores comes set. Shaw goes, ball 4, high and outside. Now the Eagles have runners at first and second. Trey Shaw at second, John Rangel at first, and that'll bring up Brenner Paul.
Now batting for the Eagles, designated hitter number 9, Brenner Paul.
Austin Cummins will go out and check with Jaron Flores. Tells him to throw 3 strikes.
Hey, you're good too.
Brenner Paul will step in. He grounded to third his first time up in the 3rd inning. Eagles now has runners at first and second, 2 outs. First got to bear down here. Come to the plate. First pitch to Paul. Call strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Trey Shaw at second, John Rangel at first. Flores checks Shaw at second. Comes home. Swing and miss, strike 2. Jaron Flores 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. No balls and 2 strikes. Brenner Paul chokes up on the bat. This pitch inside, almost hit him. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Cade Reese. 2 pitch on the way. Ooh, thought it would be called strike 3, but it's not. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brenner Paul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Paul got lucky on that one. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball to center. Braden Warren back there makes the catch for the 3rd out. For the Eagles in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, No errors and 2 men left on base. Our score after 3.5, Cooper 3, Abilene High 0. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the fourth, second baseman number 3, Cougar.
We go to the bottom of the third. Gavin Colley is coming out to relieve his brother Connell Colley. Connell Colley will go to first. He'll remain in the ballgame. He'll play first base. We'll have to see about John Miles Wagstaff if he came out of the lineup or not. So Carrillo steps in. He's got a single and a walk tonight, so he's 1 for 1. Got to third base in the first inning. First pitch, fly ball to right. For the catch out there. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Austin Cummins, Cougar catcher.
Now back to the Cougars catcher number 5, Austin Cummins.
So Austin Cummins will step in now. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He popped out to second in the first and flew out to center in the second. Cougars need to get Cummins going here in the late season and headed into the playoffs. First pitch outside, ball 1. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Austin Cummins. Brady Henderson is in the on-deck circle. Fastball, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gavin Colley. A 1-2 pitch on the way, foul straight back. Cummins barely got a piece of that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Austin Cummins. Brady Henderson in the on-deck circle. Pitch grounded to first. Connell Colley would step on it unassisted for the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up shortstop Brady Henderson.
Now batting for the Cougars, shortstop number 1, Henderson.
Henderson will step in. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He flew out to left in the first and flew out to center in the third. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the fourth for the Eagles. First pitch to Henderson. Grounded to Ferguson at third. He winds, throws to first. In time. Cougars go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the fourth. 5-3 for the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors for the Cougars, and nobody left on base Our score after 4 complete, Cooper 3, Abilene High 0. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Cougars lead this one 3-0. We'll play 7 tonight. So Cougars have a 3-0 lead. Jaron Flores has thrown a 1-hitter. Cougars only have 2 hits of their own, but they've got 3 runs. Braden Warren got the first run for the Cougars when he came home on the throw to second for the pickoff attempt. Or try and catch Chase Crawford stealing second. So John Rangel stepped in front of the throw, which was the play that was called. Made a great throw to the plate, and Braden Warren got in under the tag just barely. And then the Cougars picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the third, take a 3-0 lead. Jaron Flores gets ready for his 5th inning of work. Leading off the Eagles will be number 12, Cade Reese, the left fielder. Reese back from the left side. He struck out looking in the third. Flores getting his final warm-up pitches. We have Reese, De La Cruz, and Gavin Colley here in the top of the 5th. Throw down to second, and we are ready for action. Leading off for the Eagles in the top of the 5th, left fielder number 12, Cade Reese. Cade Reese will step in, plays left field, bats left-handed. Wiley leads Legacy 8-0. Wall leads Jim Ned 7-0. Clyde leads TLCA by a score of 5-0. First pitch with ball to Cade Reese. Pitch outside, ball 2. Flores got to keep command of his pitches. 2 balls and no strikes. You got Reese, and you go right back to the top of the order. And 3-run lead is not locked in and secure. Flores comes set. Pitch to Reese. Call strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. And you've got to really go after him. Pitch just barely outside. Good call by the umpire. It was. Count goes to 3-1 now to Cade Reese. Flores comes home. Bounces out and ball 4. Cade Reese will draw a walk to open the top of the 5th, and that'll bring up Xavier De La Cruz, the Eagles' second baseman.
Now batting for the Eagles, second baseman number 4. Now batting for the Eagles, second baseman number 4, Xavier De La Cruz.
So Xavier De La Cruz will step in for the Eagles with a runner at first and nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th. Cougars lead 3-0.
Chevy Tahoe, license number GM29WN. You need to move that right now. We've got workers that need to get in the gate, and you are blocking the gate.
Please do that right now before we have to have you towed. Coach Kyle Johnson will come out now to visit with Flores with a 1-0 count on De La Cruz. Cade Reese at first. Cougars have got to all know what they're going to do defensively. Coach Johnson heads to the dugout. Everybody returns to their positions. So 1 ball and no strikes to Xavier De La Cruz. Coach Brad Harmon talking to Conlon Aguirre, assistant coach. See if the Eagles maybe try and move Reese to second with a bunt. De La Cruz steps in. 1 ball, no strikes. Cade Reese at first. He squares to bunt. Fastball right down the pipe for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. May have squared that time to check and see how the Cougars would defend a bunt. Flores checks Reese at first, comes home. Fastball outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Gavin Colley in the on-deck circle. Flores checks Reese at first. Comes home. Ball fouled out of play on the right side. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Xavier De La Cruz. Toss over to first. Not in time. Reese dives back. De La Cruz steps out of the box to get set. Flores comes set. Pitch home. Strike 3. On the inside pitch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Gavin Colley, the pitcher for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, pitcher number 34, Gavin Colley.
So Gavin Colley will step in for the Eagles. He is 0 for 1. He hit grounded to second in the first and then walked in the third. George Ferguson in the on-deck circle. First pitch to Colley, outside, ball 1. You want Flores to go 7 tonight, so you got to keep his pitch count down. Next pitch home, inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strike to Colley. Cade Reese at first. Cougars lead 3-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Pitch low, ball 3. 3-0 the count with George Ferguson in the on-deck circle. Flores will collect himself, comes set now. 3-0 pitch to Colley, call strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Double play ball would be awfully nice right now. Flores comes set, pitch to the plate. Popped out of play for strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Both the Cougars and Lady Cougars and Lady Eagles will be in playoffs this weekend in the Lubbock area. They open their bi-district round. Pitch foul straight back. Count will hold it, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Abilene High will be the number 1 seed in the big school division. Cooper will be the number 2 seed. Cooper will be facing Amarillo High. Abilene High will be facing Amarillo Tascosa. Flores comes home. Tap foul. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Audio.
Abilene High player got out their rally caps. Two pitch to Colley. Fly ball to right. Dylan Joslett will settle under it and make the catch. So 2 outs now. And that'll bring up George Ferguson, the Eagles' third baseman.
Now batting for the Eagles, third baseman number 2, George Ferguson.
So George Ferguson will come plate now with 2 outs and Cade Reese at first. Jaron Flores trying to get through this part of the Eagle order. First pitch, ball 1. John Miles Wagstaff in the on-deck circle. Flores checks Reese for a long time. Ferguson now will call timeout and step out. Ferguson, a dangerous hitter. He's a big kid. Got to make sure you throw the right pitch to him. Pitch low, bounces in, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Ferguson. He walked in the first and then struck out in the third. So he's 0 for 1 on the night. Flores comes set. Pitch comes home. High and outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count to Ferguson. Wagstaff in the on-deck circle, starting to take off his shin guards. Next pitch call, strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to George Ferguson. 3-1 pitch. Bounces in, ball 4, and Ferguson will draw his second walk of the night. That'll send him to first. Reese to second, so the Eagles now have 2 runners. I had that was 3-1. So now it's 3-1, I guess. 3-1. Oh, they called a balk. Okay, Reese at second. They called a balk, so that didn't count. Next pitch is inside, ball 4. So we still have the same result. Ferguson goes to first. Reese is at second, and that brings up John Miles Wagstaff.
Now batting for the Eagles, catcher number 11, John Miles Wagstaff.
So John Miles Wagstaff will step in with a chance to get the Eagles on the scoreboard. Eagles have 2 runners on, both on by walks. Ferguson at second and Reese at Ferguson at first, Reese at second. Flores checks Reese, now comes home. Fly ball into right. That's going to be a hit. Reese rounds third and will come home to score the first run for the Eagles. For the walk to come back to haunt you. Reese comes home. Ferguson goes to second. Wagstaff with a hit. He's at first now, and that'll bring up number 22, Connell Colley.
Now batting for the Eagles, first baseman number 22, Connell Colley.
I think we're going to have a courtesy runner for the Eagles for Wagstaff. See who that's going to be. There's number 17, be Driston Payne.
Now running for the Eagles at first, courtesy runner, number 17, Driston Payne.
So Driston Payne will go to first. Connell Colley will bat, and Brandon Stover's going to go out to see Jaron Flores. And he's going to go to the bullpen here. So we're going to have a pitching change for the Cougars. With runners at first and second. Let's see if that is going to be Jonathan Rico, I believe. Rico has been their closer this year. So I believe that's going to be Jonathan Rico to come in to pitch for Jaron Flores.
number 12, Jonathan Rico.
So Rico will come on to pitch for the Cougars now. With our score 3-1, Eagles have runners on first and second, 1 run in, 2 outs. Connell Colley will be the batter. But let's go ahead and take a break for right now. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live.
Can you help me?
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We're in the top of the 5th. Eagles have plated their first run. They've got runners now at first and second. George Ferguson at second, Tristan Payne at first, and Connell Colley will step in to bat off Jonathan Rico.
Leading off, now batting for the Eagles, number 22, first baseman, Connell Colley.
Connell Colley will step in to face Jonathan Rico, or Jonathan Rico will face Connell Colley, however you want to look at it. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Checks the runner, comes home, fastball's outside, ball 1. Good job by Austin Cummins to stop that one. George Ferguson had thoughts of going to third. Rico, a junior. Checks the runner at second, comes home. Grounded, goes. Great job by Jaden Carrillo. That's a spectacular play. Jaden Carrillo makes the throw to get Connell Colley out, and the Eagles get 1 run on no hits, no errors, and leave 2 men on base. Our score after 4.5, Cooper 3, Abilene High 1. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live.
Okay, Abilene. So what is the Sky Cafe? Well, basically, it's a cafe at the Lift that serves food and cuisine made by AISD culinary students. And you can enjoy it too. All you have to do is make a reservation online, show up at your scheduled time, and enjoy a fresh cooked meal served by AISD students and supervised by talented culinary professionals. Go to AbileneISD.org/The Lift and make your reservation today at the Sky Cafe.
Yes, we are.
To the bottom of the 5th. First baseman number 24, Jace Crawford.
We go to the bottom of the 5th, and Jace Crawford will lead it off for the Cougars. Jace Crawford, half of the combination to make that spectacular play to end the top of the 5th. It's Connell Colley thought he had it, and I thought he had it into right field, which would have scored at least 1, maybe 2 runs. And Jaden Carrillo made the fantastic stop and throw, and Jace Crawford came up with the throw for the 3rd out of the inning. So Gavin Colley will begin his 2nd inning work. He came in relief last inning. Being very deliberate. Looking for Crawford to call timeout and step out. Well, finally Colley steps off the rubber. Now Colley with the wind and the pitch to Crawford. Fastball outside, ball one. One ball and no strikes to Jace Crawford. Next pitch. Fastball called, strike one. He put a little extra heat on that one. So we have Crawford, Ibarra, and Warren here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch hits Crawford, so he'll go down to first. So the runner at first now. That'll bring up Alejandro Ibarra.
Now batting for the Cougars, designated hitter number 17, Alejandro Ibarra.
So Alejandro Ibarra will step in for the Cougars. Nobody out. Jace Crawford at first. Ibarra flew out to right in the first and grounded to. He was grounded to second. They got half of the double play, and he was safe at first. Came around to score a run for the Cougars. Cougars lead the Eagles. We're in the bottom of the fifth, 3-1. Eagles 1 run on 2 hits. Cougars 3 runs on 2 hits. We've seen some great pitching tonight. Pitch home, fouled back into the screen for strike one. Colley checks the runner back over at first, looking over his back of his right shoulder rather than his left shoulder. Come set. Pitch. Fastball, strike 2 to Ibarra. No balls and 2 strikes. Both the Colley brothers very deliberate in their pitching style. And the 0-2 pitch outside, ball one. Trying to get him to chase that one a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alejandro Ibarra. Jace Crawford at first. Colley checks Crawford at first. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into center. Churchill was playing that way. He'll move over and make the catch. Abilene High, give them credit, had that one played perfectly. And that's going to bring up Braden Warren for the Cougars.
Now batting for the Cougars, center fielder number 15, Braden Warren.
So Braden Warren will step in for the Cougars. Had Kemp Churchill been playing where he was earlier in the game, he was playing over towards left center. They've shifted him to right center, and Ibarra hit that one right where he was at. So now Churchill will line up straight away. He'll move a little bit towards left. Braden Warren steps in for the Cougars. He's been walked and hit by a pitch, so he doesn't have an official at bat yet tonight, and he scored a run. Throw over to first, trying to get Crawford back. He's safe. Got Warren and Garrett Castillo. First pitch to Warren, outside, ball one. One ball and no strikes. Colley checks Crawford at first. Comes home in the dirt. Ball two. That one got away from Wagstaff just a little bit, but not far enough for Crawford to move. It was a good stop by Wagstaff. Colley checks. Crawford comes home. Swing and a miss from Warren. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Colley took something off of that, and Warren was way ahead of it. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Cougars lead this one 3-1. Both teams are into their bullpen. Warren, ground ball to third. Ferguson will field it, throw to second, throw to first. Not in time. Ball gets away at first, but Warren's going to stay right there. So now there's 2 outs. Braden Warren's at first, and that's going to bring up Garrett Castillo.
Now batting for the Cougars, third baseman number 10, Garrett Castillo.
So Garrett Castillo stepped in for the Cougars. He had a sacrifice bunt and then was hit by a pitch, so he too has no official at-bats. Braden Warren at first. Dylan Jocelyn in the on-deck circle. Ferguson looked like he had a little bit of trouble getting that ball out of his glove. Hard hit at third by Warren. Charlie comes set. Checks Warren. Comes to the plate. Fastball's outside. Ball 1. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Cougars down to their final 7 outs of the ballgame. Hopefully they won't have to bat in the 7th, though. Oh. And Braden Warren is thrown out by John Miles Wagstaff at second. 2-6 for the 3rd out. So the Cougars, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base in the bottom of the 5th. Our score after 5, Cooper 3, Abilene High 1.
For the Cougars in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base.
She thinks she's being funny, only she's not making you laugh. She's making you feel left out. Thanks to social media, it's easy to feel bullied, intentional or not. So instead of pushing back, think about rising above. It's easy to be upset, not as easy to be bigger. For some great insights on bullying and dealing with teen depression, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org. Support yourself and your friends. Be a lifter.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It's been a great ball game. It's been a pitcher's duel. It's been a defensive duel. We've seen just a great baseball game tonight. Cougars lead this one 3-1. We're in the 6th inning. Abilene High down to their final 6 outs. Leading off for the Eagles in the top of the 6th is going to be number 33, Camp Churchill, followed by John Rangel and then Brenner Paul. We are ready for action.
Leading off for the Eagles in the top of the 6th, number 33, Camp Churchill.
So Camp Churchill will step in for the Eagles. He has struck out twice on Jared Forrest. He's probably glad to see Jonathan Rico come into the ballgame. Rico will go from the windup. First pitch to Churchill. Attempted to bunt, strike 1. It was low and outside. Churchill trying to bunt for a base hit. No balls, 1 strike. We'll go with the wind and the pitch. Fastball, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Camp Churchill. Trying to avoid the hat trick. Chokes up on the bat a little bit. Next pitch, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grounded to second. Creel will field it. Churchill on the hustle. Makes the throw in time. 4-3, and give Jace Crawford a lot of credit for making that catch. Carrillo's throw bounced, and Churchill really hustling down the line. But there's 1 out. We move to John Rangel, the shortstop for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, shortstop number 3, John Rangel.
So John Rangel will step in. He flew out to right in the second and then walked in the fourth. First pitch, ball 1 from Rico. Brenner Paul is in the on-deck circle. Next pitch way outside, ball 2.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of
mound. Takes a deep breath, trying to settle down. 2 balls, no strikes to John Rangel. Fly ball to the left. Guevara going back. He stops and makes the catch. So 2 up and 2 down. Great shot by Rangel, but it's caught by Guevara, and that's going to bring up Brenner Paul, the designated hitter for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, designated hitter number 9, Brenner Paul.
So Brenner Paul will step in. Cade Reese is in the on-deck circle. First pitch, breaking ball, nice pitch. Called the ball. Looked awfully good, but called the ball. He had a better view than I did. The ball, no strikes. Next pitch, fastball, called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cade Reese is in the on-deck circle. He scored the only Eagle run tonight. Next pitch, low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. To Brenner Paul. He's 0 for 2 on the night, grounded to third in the third and flew out to center in the fourth. Fly ball into right. Carrillo runs over and makes the catch in fair territory. So the Eagles in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Our score after 5.5. Cooper 3, Abilene High 1.
For the Eagles at the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker. New from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
Welcome back to Cougar Field. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cooper leads Abilene High by a score of 3-1. We've seen some great pitching now. We've seen spectacular defense from both teams. So as we move to the bottom of the 6th, Cougars are going to have Garrett Castillo, Dylan Joslett, and Ryan Guevara all to face Gavin Colley.
Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the 6th. Third baseman, number 10, Garrett Castillo.
So Garrett Castillo will step in for the Cougars here in the bottom of the 6th. He hasn't had an official at bat yet. Sacrifice bunt in the second and was hit by a pitch in the third. And he was at bat in the last inning when Braden Warren was thrown out by John Miles Wagstaff at second base. So Castillo steps in. First pitch, fouled straight back, strike 1. Gavin Colley has kind of slowed things down for the Cougars since he came in. Castillo steps back in. Pitch grounded to short to Rangel. He'll scoop, throw to first in time. 6-3 for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Dylan Joslett.
Now batting for the Cougars, right fielder number 4, Dylan Joslett.
So Dylan Joslett will step in for the Cougars with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. He is 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded to short in the second, and then he walked in the third. Cougars stranded 7 runners on base through the first 3 innings. First pitch fouled back, strike 1. Since the third inning, they haven't left anybody on base. The last hit the Cougars had was in the third inning. This pitch, Jofflet called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Guevara in the on-deck circle for the Cougars. Colley's pitch. Popped up in foul territory. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. So he said we'll be at Blackburn Field on the campus of Abilene High on Friday at 6:30 for the audio stream. Randy Cluck and crew will be gone to Lubbock covering softball. Which is a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll have the Abilene High broadcast as they face the Cougars in the season finale. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 up and 2 down for the Cougars in the bottom of the 6th, and that'll bring up Ryan Guevara.
Now batting for the Cougars, left fielder number 7, Ryan Guevara.
So Ryan Guevara will step in. He's 0 for 1 on the night. He was hit by a pitch in the second, and he flew out to left in the third. So 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th for the Cougars. First pitch to Guevara. Called strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Jaden Carrillo in the on-deck circle. Next pitch outside, ball 1. Cougars scored 2 runs in the third after 2 outs. Colley's pitch. Ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. They check down to first. Umpire says he did not swing. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Ryan Guevara. Gavin Colley working for the Eagles on the mound. Pitch fouled straight back. Count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a breaking ball that Guevara just got a piece of. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch, ball 3 outside. Count is full on Ryan Guevara with Jaden Carrillo in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch. Grounded to third, and that's going to be through for a base hit for Ryan Guevara. Hit that one between Rangel and George Ferguson. And Guevara is at first, and that'll bring up Jaden Carrillo for the Cougars.
Now batting for the Cougars, second baseman number 3, Jaden Carrillo.
So Jaden Carrillo will step in. We're back at the top of the Cougar order. Carrillo had a single in the first, walked in the second, and flew out to right in the 4th. Guevara has his lead at first. An insurance run sure would be nice here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Carrillo, high and outside, ball 1. On deck is Austin Cummins. He would be followed by Brady Henderson. Pitch in the dirt, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes to Carrillo. Carrillo steps back in. Carrillo, a multi-sport athlete for the Cougars, football, basketball, baseball. Colley checks Guevara, now he comes home. Ball's low, 3-0 the count to Carrillo. Austin Cummins in the on-deck circle. Carrillo's got to make him throw his pitch here with it 3-0. Ball 4. That's ball 4. Carrillo should go down to first. Okay. That was ball 4, but he stays in the box. They called it 3-1, they said. I did not know when they called the strike. So 3-1 the count to Carrillo. Next pitch. Guevara steals second, and Carrillo walks on what looked like a better pitch, but so Carrillo goes to first, Guevara to second, and that's going to bring up Austin Cummins for the Cougars.
Now batting for the Cougars, catcher number 5, Austin Cummins.
So Austin Cummins will step in, looking for his first hit of the night. He popped out to second in the first, flew out to center in the second, and then grounded to first in the fourth. John Miles Wagstaff goes out to talk to Gavin Colley. Make sure they're on the right, they're both on the same page. Brad Harmon is moving his outfield over, but nobody's moving. So Cummins gets ready, steps in the box now. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. A base hit from Cummins here would score a run. Colley steps off. Now he steps back on. Cummins stays in the box. Colley comes set now. First pitch to Cummins. Outside and low, ball 1. So now 5 of his last pitches have been balls. I think if you're Cummins, you've got to make him throw you a strike before you turn it loose. Don't help him out any. Colley comes home. Fastball outside. Oh, it's called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Umpire, I'm not arguing with the umpire's calls. I'm saying the umpire is very slow and deliberate with calling the strike. So 1-1 now to Austin Cummins with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss, strike 2 on Cummins. So Colley 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning and sending the Eagles to the 7th, down by 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Cummins. Colley now steps off, steps back on. Colley comes set. 1-2 pitch. Foul down the left field line. Count will go to 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Austin Cummins. Jaden Carrillo at first, Ryan Guevara at second for the Cougars. Eagles really playing up the middle on Cummins, so if he could hit it into right center. Pitch high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on. Cougars with a 2-run lead. Colley very slow and deliberate, almost daring Cummins to call a timeout. 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. Good job by Cummins to hold up on that one. He almost turned it loose, but then holds up to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runners on first and second will be running. So if he could get an extra base hit, that would score Carrillo from first. Colley taking his time. He has stepped off. Now he steps on again. If I was Cummins, I would call a timeout here and step out and play the "if you want to wait, so will I." Colley really taking a lot of time. Payoff pitch to Cummins. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the inning in the bottom of the sixth. Cougars with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back with the 7th inning. We got 9, 1, and 2. We go to the 7th inning here at Cougar Field. Cougars leading this one by a score of 3-1. Jonathan Rico trying to nail down the win for the Cougars, but it's not going to be easy. Abilene High is going to send 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. Cade Reese, Xavier De La Cruz, and Gavin Colley will come to the plate here in the top of the 7th. A win here would set up a winner-take-all game on Friday night at Abilene High. The winner getting the number 1 seed in the Division I playoffs. Loser getting the number 2 seed. Either way, you're both going to the playoffs, but playing for seeding. And we're ready for action. Leading off for the Eagles at the top of the 7th. Left fielder number 12, Cade Reese. So Cade Reese will step in to lead off the 7th for the Eagles. This will be a tough challenge going through this part of the Eagles' order, but Jonathan Rico has to prove he's up to the task, especially when next week you're in the playoffs. So Reese steps in from the left side. He struck out looking and then walked and came around to score the lone run for the Eagles. First pitch called, strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Reese. Next pitch. Fastball called a ball. One ball and 1 strike to Cade Reese. Grounded foul into the third base coach's box. Count goes to 1 and 2. It would be 1 and 2. Be huge to get the first out here in the inning. A win by the Cougars tonight would even the season series up between these two. Next pitch high. Reese had to duck to get out of the way of that one. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rico with the wind and the pitch. Foul down the left field line, out of play. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, tune in Friday night on the audio stream to hear all the action between the Cougars and the Eagles from Blackburn Field. Next pitch high, count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You can't walk this man. This is the 9th place hitter of the order. You've got to go after him right here. Rico with the wind and the pitch. Grounded to short. Brady Henderson makes the play. Throws to first in time. 6-3. That was close. But the first out of the inning is recorded. Brady Henderson had his first opportunity to make a play tonight. That's going to bring up Xavier De La Cruz for the Eagles. Now batting for the Eagles, second baseman number 4, Xavier De La Cruz. So De La Cruz will come up to bat. He is 1 for 3 on the night. He grounded to second in the first, had a single in the third, and then struck out in the 5th. De La Cruz will step in. Rico working from the windup. First pitch drops that one in for strike 1. Nice breaking ball, dropped down almost sidearm. De La Cruz steps back in. No balls, 1 strike. Cougars 2 outs away from the win. Rico now steps off the rubber. It is currently 79 degrees here at Cougar Field. Wind has really died down. Next pitch, same pitch. Called a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count now on De La Cruz. This pitch is high. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to De La Cruz. Pitcher Gavin Colley in the on-deck circle. 2-1 pitch to De La Cruz. Grounded to Carrillo at second. He'll throw to first for the out. 4-3, and the Eagles down to their final out of the ball game. And that's going to bring up Gavin Colley, the pitcher for the Eagles. Now batting for the Eagles, pitcher number 34, Gavin Colley. So Gavin Colley will step in to try and keep it going. George Ferguson in the on-deck circle. John Miles Wagstaff in the hole. So Rico trying to nail it down with 2 outs in the 7th. First pitch outside, ball 1. I believe the Eagles beat the Cougars earlier 5-1 this season. Next pitch outside, ball 2. Getting a little excited, overthrowing a little bit. George Ferguson is in the on-deck circle. Rico does a good job stepping off, collecting himself. 2 balls, no strikes to Gavin Colley. Rico with the wind and the pitch. Call will strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rico's pitch. Grounded in the hole, cut off by Garrett Castillo. Throw to first. Oh, they called him safe. They called him safe. The umpire said that Jace Crawford was off the base. Wow, what a call. Garrett Castillo made a great play through to first. The ball got there before Colley, but the umpire says he pulled his foot off the base. I don't know how you're going to get that reversed, but Brandon Stovers talked to the first base umpire. Ask him now to check with the home plate umpire. If they leave him safe, that will be an error on the throw from Garrett Castillo. Now we're going to talk to Brad Harmon. The ball was there before he got there. I didn't see Crawford pull his foot, but the umpire's a lot closer than I am. I'm not second guessing the umpires. Now they're talking to Brad Harmon. Brandon Stover has moved over to the Cougar dugout. And they are calling, no, they're going to talk to the third umpire. I don't know what he can offer. He's as close as I am to the play. I don't know how he could offer anything. This is a big call. And they call him out, and the Cougars win the ball game. 5-3 for the third out. Brad Harmon not happy, but the Cougars win this one 3-0. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back for the Chicken Express post-game show. You're listening to Cooper Cougar Baseball on AISD Live. We'll be right back.
Parents, we tend to react most when our kids misbehave. But did you know praising your kids 4 times for every time you correct them can transform their behavior and your relationship? And with these colorful praiselets from Boys Town, the 4-to-1 rule is a breeze. Visit parenting.org/praise to see how it works. Request your own free praiselets and explore other great ways to teach love with praise. Because every kid deserves to hear they're doing great.
Ready for a more convenient way to purchase Abilene High or Cougar game tickets and a faster way to get to your seat in Shotwell Stadium? Abilene ISD is proud to partner with Hometown Tickets for online ticket sales at all high school athletic events in AISD. For easy access to purchasing, storing, and scanning your tickets at the gate, download the Hometown Fan app available in any mobile app store. Tickets for all high school athletic events can also be purchased on the AISD website via the ticket information page under Athletics or at the gate with a credit card. Varsity home game tickets go on sale at 8 a.m. on the Monday of game week through 12 p.m. on game day. Tickets are not sold on AISD campuses and cash will not be accepted at Shotwell venue events. Additional information about sub-varsity and middle school game tickets can be found at AbileneISD.org. So what are you waiting for? Download the Hometown Fan app and get your tickets for the big game today.
Welcome back into AISD Live in the Chicken Express postgame show. What a ball game we've seen tonight. This one should go down as one of the classics. We saw flashes of defense. We saw great pitching tonight. We saw great base running. What a ball game tonight. Cougars get their first run when Braden Warren scores when the Eagles are trying to throw out a runner at second. John Rangel cuts in front to make the catch on the throw to the plate. Braden Warren slides under the tag just barely to get the first run of the ball game, and it was that kind of night. Jaden Carrillo made the spectacular play going out into right field to field a ground ball, throw to first to get George Ferguson out. Abilene High made some spectacular plays. Kent Churchill made a diving catch in left center. What a ball game. And these two teams, now their season series is tied at 1 apiece. They'll have the finale of the regular season, and the deciding game on playoff seeding will come on Friday night at 6:30 at Blackburn Field. I'll have the broadcast with that one at 6:30. Let's take a look at some final numbers. Cooper finishes with 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 9 runners on base on the night. Abilene High finishes with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 5 men on base for the night. What a ball game. What a ball game. We're going to go Friday night for the deciding seeding game to see who will get the first place seed and who will get the second place seed in the big school division of the playoffs, which will start the following week as Cooper and Abilene High will take on teams from the District 3 5A this Friday and Saturday on AISD Live. We'll have video stream of the Cooper Lady Cougars and the Abilene High Lady Eagles playing softball. I believe Abilene High will take on Tascosa and Cooper will take on Amarillo High. Both those series will be in Lubbock, one at Friendship and one at Lubbock Cooper. So if you can't make the trip to Lubbock to cheer on your favorite team, tune in to AISD Live. We're going to have that broadcast on Friday and Saturday. But once again, the Cougars win this one tonight 3-1 over the Eagles to tie their season series at 1 apiece. What a ball game. What a night for both of these teams. I know Abilene High players are disappointed. They still have a chance of redemption on Friday night, though. It's all still in front of them. The Cougars, it's all in front of them, too. They win this one tonight. They have something to play for on Friday. Both teams. We'll probably see Brady Henderson for the Cougars and George Ferguson for the Eagles on Friday night. Come out to that one. Tune into that one. I want to thank you all for listening into AISD Live. I'm Rick Kaysen. Thank you for tuning in to the Chicken Express postgame show. We'll talk to you Friday night. Good night, everybody.